So let's take a step back.
Yeah.
Give me methane 101. What's the problem here that we're trying to solve?
The problem is that we have a series of pipes, fittings, other areas where we see leaks, which today are generating sort of methane emissions, which are having a really negative impact from a greenhouse gas point of view. And so what we're focused on is how do we think about preventing those? How do we get more proactive around removing those so that we actually can, if we can optimize the system, we don't have to then worry about offsetting some of these problems down the line. So we're really trying to focus on what the root cause is for these failures that lead to those types of emissions today.
And of course, you're based in California. We've all
Indeed.
seen the pictures of the wildfires, not just this year, but over the past few years.
Yeah.
Is there a link between those in your view?
I mean, from my point of view, there is definitely a connection between, we are seeing global warming, we believe, and that is absolutely manifesting itself in warmer temperatures, wildfires, and in our case, quite a lot less moisture in the atmosphere than we've seen historically. So for us, this is a very personal issue because it wasn't that long ago, 2 years in fact, that we actually had the wildfire 7 miles away from where we live in our home. And at one point in time, in the middle of the night, we actually had to move on and move out because the smoke was so bad.
So that's quite motivating when you go to work in the morning.
It is indeed. We believe that for sure.
You're not an energy company in the conventional sense, in an ExxonMobil sense. You're based in Silicon Valley, a
That's
tech
correct.
company. How are you fixing this problem?
So our belief is we want to work with those who are trying to actually, who may own those assets, that they're trying to improve the performance and optimize. So we work with Exxons and BPs and some of the large E&Ps, as well as some of the large oil field services companies, to really help find and fix the problems which are leading to methane emissions. So technology is a wonderful tool with companies that actually want to use it.
It was interesting listening to the guys from BlackRock yesterday, one of the world's biggest, if not biggest, asset managers. I think it's $8.5 trillion they've got under management at the moment. And the point that their managing director was making was that you can make a profit out of this. Profit is not a dirty word when it comes to energy transition. What's your take on that?
I believe that to be true. I think there's strong alignment to greater profitability and sustainability goals coming together. And we're seeing some interesting examples of that. So in the US, there's absolutely now a premium being paid for gases that are maybe more greenly created. And it's interesting, BP just purchased a company, out of Pennsylvania that is taking waste energy and selling effectively a cleaner, greener gas. That's a premium product that people in in certain utility markets are willing to pay for. Much like we would see sort of organic milk potentially people are willing to pay a higher price for that. We see there being sort of a similar dynamic as it relates to energy.
Finally, where does the Middle East fit into all this? What's the problem when it comes to methane here in the Middle East? Same as everywhere?
We think that it's an issue around the world. We don't think it's unique to the Middle East, nor to parts of the US or other parts of the world. This is a situation where we can all work together to try to make these improvements, to, again, find and fix these problems faster to get to our net zero goals.
Great talking to you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation.